Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much for this conversation. It's a pleasure to be able to do it.
For me too. For me too. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Okay. I began to study music when I was a child, at 5 years old. I was playing the piano because I like it very much. Nobody in my family, I have no musician because my father is a scientist, my mother is a teacher of the languages, foreign languages, but my grandmother, Maria, um, with her I was growing up. She had a wonderful voice, wonderful voice. She was a teacher of the astronomy, very clever woman, but all the time she was singing at home, and I think it was influenced me a lot of in my life, to choose my career also, because when I finished the school, my parents wanted that I go the same direction of my father, to go to the mathematic direction or maybe foreign languages, but I prefer the music. It was a little bit not easy to convince my parents to choose this direction, but I was very strong at that time. At the time, I was singing not opera, and I didn't know about my lyrical voice at all. I sang a little bit jazz, soul music, and I wanted to go to America. When I was 15 years old, I did some records with my voice of the very famous song, Smile, some songs of Whitney Houston, and I sang it in New York, very famous jazz academy, musical academy. They answered to me that we invite you, we're waiting for you, Maria. But I was very young, and my mother don't let me go from the home. So she told me, if you would like to continue with the music, you need to find some place in here near our home. In our city was very, and now we have this musical institute. It's named Chevalin Institute. Very, very good level, musical level, but it was the classical music. I go there and I discovered, for me, it was the first time I heard that I have the naturally lyrical voice. So for me, I was surprised because I sing a lot in my home, different songs. I love the folk songs, pop songs, but about lyric music, I was a little bit far. So in this way, I started and I continue this way with the lyrical music. I was invited in Moscow, and after it was very, very particular story because I understood that if I want to do the career, I need to move to the biggest city. So I moved to the Moscow, but after in the same time, it was like coincidence. Um, from the one of the city in the north of Siberia. It's named Khanty-Mansiysk. It's very famous city because there is petroleum there, and many shamanic tribes that you saw in our first song with Eric too. So now I will arrive to our project with the forest, Siberian Tales. It's a little bit, not maybe a little bit, but it's rather autobiographic because every composition of this project it's connected with some specific place in Siberia when my life once what's happened something with me. It's important for me because with this project I have the possibility to share with my audience about my life, about the people whom I met in my life, maybe particular like shamans or ordinary people. So I go to the north, and then I met many interesting people like Maria Voldina, the protagonist of the song too, because she is a living shaman and she is a poet. She is a poet of this region, very important. She came from the tribe, tribal people. It's named Canti. They move with a reindeer, you know, they living in the tomb, wooden houses in the north of Siberia. Very, very interesting and magic atmosphere. I loved it a lot since I was a child, these mystical things, you know. And I met this woman after I go from the north of Siberia. I moved back to Moscow because it was many concerts. I met one important maestro of the lyrical singing, opera singing, from Moscow, and he invited to me to one master class. It was international master class of the lyrical singing, opera singing. And after this, I followed to Italy. It was inviting to one concert. In Italy, I met another maestro of the Teatro La Fenice. It's in Venice. And then they invited to me to study in Italy and work together. In the same time, I was singing and studying in Venice Conservatory. So that's why I came to Italy. I know one of your question was how I came in Italy. It was about the music. First of all, I have my voice has one interesting ability. I can sing in many ways. So I mean, I can do the lyrical voice. It's my skill. So in the same time, and this it was surprising for me. I discovered this possibility when we worked with Eric Mouquet on the project Siberian Tales, one of the last song on the edge. For example, I do many sounds. I mean, many different sonorities. The lyric voice, ethnic elements, folk voice, you know, folk Russian voice. For me, it was surprising that I can do it. And something pop. So I know that for the many operatic singers, it's like taboo. If you study to sing in one way, you need to follow this, you know. It's possible if some soprano or tenor go to change the voices, you know. So for me, it's very easy to do it, and I'm very happy because in this way I can do many experiments. So I can try, and for me, very interesting to experiment it, not only with the music, but even with my voice. The voice, it's very important, spiritual for me. It's very spiritual part that connected with our soul. How it was my dream for a long time to collaborate with Eric Mouquet because I was a big fan of his music for a long time since it was his first album. I remember all the songs, you know, all the time I'm listening this music and dancing and dreaming about maybe sometimes, you know, I do something about Siberia. And we met, it was 2016, the first time we met in France because I wrote to Eric. It was not connected with the lyric music completely. Nobody knows. It was like my own dream, you know, inner dream. I didn't talk a lot about this, but I was thinking. And first, before I met Eric, it was a very important point in my life that you know, changed my vision. I met my garçon. It's historical pianist of David Bowie. I was invited in Los Angeles to work with him. We did the tribute to David Bowie, Life on Mars. You can find it on my YouTube channel. And I came in you know, like in another dimension from the opera music, classical theater, you know. I came in another. We talk about Mike that I talked to him about my dreaming, my vision, and he told me, you know, David Bowie was search a lot in his life. He tried many phases, if we can do it, you know, many phases. So you need to follow your dream. You need to follow what you feel in harmony with you. So I wrote to Eric, and we met in France after my garçon. When I back from LA, we met in France. We talk about how it can be. I tell him about Siberia, and we decided about our first song, two, that I told you before about the Maria Voldina, the protagonist, this shamanic woman, and he was very, very interested about this woman. He asked me to send her photo to him, to tell about. I sent it to him the small pictures, pictures, videos, and after it was a work online, and after when we prepare everything, the music, he wrote the music, I wrote the text, and after when everything it was ready, I came to his studio in France, and we begin to record it. And all the time it was we changed it a lot, because Eric Mouquet, he inspires all the time. When before he thought one thing, and after he listened this, sound of my voice, he changing something. It's all the time very interesting to work with him, because you never know what's happened, but it's wonderful, wonderful energy.
How did you structure the project, talking about these specific regions and these specific legends?
The main idea for me was to work with him and discover all the things that I had inside. I felt it, that I have many, many things to grow, that will growing up in this project. But I didn't know exactly what will be. The first composition, when we finished the first composition too, I was in his house, in his studio. We talking about the next steps, and we had this idea to talk about Siberia region. So I tell to Eric about many different places that I know, different stories. When we was talking with him, I already thought about Altai, I didn't know the story about Princess of Ukok. It's interesting, now I will tell you. But I thought about this region because I knew that it's very mystical and very rich for this incredible stories place. One of the mystical place in not only in Siberia, but all around the world, because many tourists, many people came to Altai to search something. There is a legend that in Altai, because if you look the map and you see the Tibet and Altai, they are very near to each other. The legend about Shambhala. So we had a wonderful mystic in the past, Russian mystic and painter Rerich. It's very famous. He was going to Altai to search the enter to the Shambhala. It's an incredible story about this world. So I told him, I told to Eric Mouquet, I would like to tell about different places, and we decide to create another two songs. At the time, we thought that it will be the trilogy. That's why we called it Siberian Trilogy, because it was the three songs. So the second song was about the Altai, and the name is Princess of Ukok. I have an incredible woman, a friend of mine in Italy. She is an archaeologist, and she told me about the Princess of Ukok. I didn't know. And when she came to my house, she showed me this, tell me about this story, and we wrote the text. After this, I was telling to Eric Mouquet about this incredible story. I already had the video in my head about this, and we wanted to go to Altai to do the video clip, but it was very, very complicated because it was the Italian group of the Italian guys, Italian director Cosimo Lema, and it was very expensive to move from Italy to Siberia, and many complications was. Even the zone of Plateau Ukok, it's very, very protected zone, and you need to have not like a ticket, you need to have the permission to go there. It's very, very complicated and long. So we decided to find some places that is similar to Yukok Plateau. First, we thought about Switzerland, maybe you know some lake of the Switzerland. But after, Cosimo Alemà found this Campo Imperatore. It's in the central Italy, and very famous place for the Italian cinema. I remember that one of the films with the Sean Connery was filmed there. So we go there, and in 2 days we filmed the Princess of Yukok. It's an incredible story. When I came there to sing, to study it, I was very young. I saw her on the TV because she was a star, and I saw her with his incredible melody, you know, shamanic melody that she sang. I was uh, so attracted of this personage, this voice, and I would like to meet her. And one day we needed to sing together in one concert, but I don't remember what's happened. She was sick, or I don't know what, and we didn't met. I was sad, and I needed to go to Moscow to one festival. And when I took the flight, um, it's an incredible story. I came to sit. I have my, I don't remember, 3B. She was near to me. Uh, the first moment was another man. It was sitting another man. But after, it was the one family. They wanted to be together. He changed his place with her. So she came to me, and we was a neighbor for like 4 hours, and we talking about the life, the shamanic people, about the Siberian music. It was very, and then I really met her. This is what was incredible meeting with her.
Wow, it was meant to be.
The Siberian trilogy, it was the first step. It was 3 compositions. It was 2, Princess of Yukok and Kalinushka, the song of the mother of my grandmother, grand grandmother Anastasia. And after, we decided to continue this project, and now it's named Siberian Tales. So we finished now the fourth composition on the edge that was filmed in Siberia the last year, and now I think in this autumn will be premiere of the fifth song. It will name Vision. You are the first who know this name. So in this autumn, you will see the new single with a new video clip. And we have also the six. So already we have 6 songs, but after, I need, I work not only about on the lyrics and singing. I create also the video. I'm like a producer of this project, so I have many things to do, and I need the time. Now with the situation of COVID, we was blocked like, I don't know, 6-7 months. We were at home, and for example, now I needed to be to Russia with this project, to singing in the show, and it was all. We don't know when it will be now. Maybe I hope it will be the next year, but now we have what we have. This is about that our project is continues now. Regarding to work with Eric Mouquet, for me it was a big school, because I discover many possibilities. For example, of my voice, and not only about voice, even about that I can write the lyrics. I never did the lyrics before for the song, and about to create to be a screenwriter, to create the script for the videos, and even 2 of the video I was like a director, and I like it too much. First of all, I did it, when I start to work on this project, I really didn't think about what the people will tell. I mean, it's important to bring something new for me, like some novator, something for me. It's very experiment. It's very important to me to go to break the rules. This work for me was like a trip, and I thought about how it's wonderful to work on this project. And I think I put really in this project the part of my soul, because it was it's not like, you know, sometimes you work because you have an opera, you need to study, you need to go, of course, all the time you inspiring, and you work, you give your best. But for me here was very special story, because many people, even from my family, didn't understand at the beginning why I do this, why I need to leave many operatic projects to follow this one. But for me it was like a mission. I don't know how to explain better, but it's really important. For me, I was surprised, for example, when we released our first song too, and it was very many letters from the people from Siberia, who was surprised, maybe even shocked somebody, because this mix, you know, all the time they saw Maria Voldina in this mood of her folkloristic, you know, another style, musical style. And here they see something new, many elements together. So I received not only from Russian this good opinions, but even from Africa. For example, another incredible story, that the track Kalinushka was on the top of the charts, of the musical charts in Africa maybe 2 years ago. And the people wrote me, wow, incredible song, thank you very much, very interesting. Somebody even wrote to me that we need to discover this wonderful Siberia, we need to go there, you know. I'm very glad, so I'm happy. I continue to work on our project with the forest, and I have also another project in the same time. One of this project, it will release, I think, the first song you will see this year, I hope. It will be another musical experiment. I continue the same, I mean, it's maybe not the same like the project in the forest, but it's we go in the same way to mix, to create something new, to telling something. For me, you know, it's very important, like for an artist, to tell what I feel, how I would like to be a visionary. I mean, it's my way to be. So for me, it's very important through the music to tell something, to tell something. I don't, it's not a rule, but it's my vision. So maybe because, you know, the music, it's the universal language. We can speak one language, two languages, but the music, it's vibrations, you know, the vibes in universal. For me, it's very important to transmit through the music the good vibes, to telling maybe to telling about my vision, because a lot of music now, the dancing, of course, we need to relax, we need to dance. We have many covers now, but for me it's very important to create something your own, you know, something that nobody did before, or something that it's yours, it's your style, it's your vision. This is important for me. I have my dreams, of course, but for example, I am realistic. I'm visionary, but I'm realistic. So, you know, I understand that there are many ideas in my head that I would like to realize. And for all these moments, I need the time. For now, I wrote my plan. You know what I need to finish. We need to finish two songs with Eric. Maybe we will create something new. I need to finish another song with my garson that I told you before. It's another wonderful song in completely another musical style. And I work on another project with another musician from America. and it's completely another project. So I have a lot of things to do to complete, and even I have in my head uh, some interesting stories. All the time. I don't know why, but the music that I'm working for me, it's very important. The video. I mean, it's like cinema. More and more, I go through this direction, cinematic. I all the time was inspired by the cinema, and I follow not only Russian directors and all around the world. This cinematic world for me is very interesting, and I think maybe in the future will be some project with the cinematic sounds. I am thinking about this now. First of all, it was very difficult moment for me as a human. I think it was more difficult like for a man than like for an artist, because we live in the north of Italy, and there was very bad situation, and many friends of mine was died. Not friends of my friends, but it was the people who I knew. And for me, I was shocked and I was afraid. It was a terrible situation. And now I see that in Italy, all the time we need to control everything. I can't tell now that we finished this situation. It's much better now. And I hope that we will not return to this terrible situation like it was in the March. But first of all, I am not only the artist, I mean, and the woman, I am also the mother, and I have my son. For me, was another difficult situation to to follow the school of my son because I became even the teacher, and it took a lot of time. It was, school online. It was really difficult. So I had many things to create in this period. All the time I wrote the text or a screen script for the new video. For example, the video and the new song that I told you before, Vision, that will be released in this autumn. The idea, very particular idea, was born in this period of pandemic isolation. Because before the COVID was, before the situation, I had completely other way. I saw it in another way. I thought that I go to the Russia. I knew the people when I was to work with it on this video, and I programmed completely different things. When the situation was changed, I invite the new way how to do this video. It's completely incredible, and it was surprising me. So I hope the people will happy and will enjoy this new video that will come, and new song, and many new ideas came this period, because as I saw now, as I feel like, like we are going through the epochal changing. Many things changing now all around the world, inside, outside. So I think it's changing our mind, our feelings. So what we can do, we need to accept it, and we need to create and to send the love and light in the world. So I'm very glad that the people from your country is loving my country because I love it too. And of course, in this situation now, even me, I can go there. For the future, when everything will be fine, I invite you to visit the Russia and to know more about this incredible culture, folklore, and I invite all of you to visit Siberia, because everybody talk about Moscow and St. Petersburg. Of course, it's wonderful cities, completely different between them, but Siberia, it's completely another world. I mean, it's very wild, something like, wild not for the way to live, but maybe for the energy, because it's still, for example, in Altai, if you visit it, you know, there are many, it's like a timeless place where the people still believe in the spirits and communicate with the nature, you know. So we have these incredible places. I think in Mexico, you have such places too. So visit Russia. Don't be afraid. Come. It's better to come maybe in summer, but I prefer to go even in winter.
I am so thankful that we could do this interview, this talk, and it's very nice moment, even if we are far away. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabriela. For me, it was really a pleasure. Mexico, it's another, completely another planet. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy that you are interested. I saw your page that you are interested of the Russian culture. It's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Очень приятно.
Спасибо, Габриэла. Мне тоже очень приятно.
Stay healthy, stay safe, and be happy.
Thank you very much. Stay safe too. Muchas gracias.
Gracias. Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao.